What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about your power-up pass you're going to be getting from, your new MUT level 70 once you reach that level. Now, in addition to the free power-up pass that you're going to get, you're also going to get the option to spend $15 to get a Series 1 or a Series 2 Redux player. Now, that's random, so EA can give you whatever they want. That's not something you can pick. It's not a fantasy pack, just to give you guys a heads up with it. But there are many 91 to 92s that we're going to talk about right now, preferably 92s, and my number one pick would have to be Randy Moss. Now, obviously, Deion Sanders and a lot of other cards are going to be available, but listen, Randy Moss is a game changer. The only thing that he can't do is run block better than a lot of the other players, but there are so many other things you can do. I just want to check my daily engagement. All right, it's still showing 102. It should be at 103. You're going to have to go play and win an additional game. Make sure you guys are checking that out as well, because sometimes it just doesn't register and you'll be there forever doing that. As we go to series progression, I'm going to go ahead and take a look really quickly to kind of give you guys some insight into it. So once you get over here to level 70, you're going to get that 91 to 92 overall power pass, all right, once you're grinding out. If you guys are just grinding out or you're nowhere near level 70, there are many different ways to upgrade your level with different solos, playing them repeatedly, and things of that nature. If you want to go ahead and do that, you pick a solo that gives you a decent amount very quickly and continue to replay the solo, and in doing that you will be able to achieve maximum MUT level effective immediately. Now that that's all said and done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at this, all right? This is very important. I'm going to tell you why it's very important that you pick the right card, because the value of these cards are going to have to continue to hold its value for the longest period of time. What do I mean by that? As new promos drop, many of you guys know, including the veterans, card prices be wilding out. You be like, yo, why is this guy so cheap? Like, I just got this guy. Like, these are the things that happen on a regular basis. So I'm going to start off with the Series Redux players, because ideally what happens is if you choose the right player, right, that player is going to continue to hold its value. Now, obviously, we're not doing anything with a Matt Ryan, even though, right, this guy right here would be a decent amount of training. If you guys are looking for training, because 287 is not bad for training points if you guys were in need of training. I think that's like 9,400 or something like that worth of training. Andrew Luck. Like, this guy is like one of the guys that are known for doing the most ridiculous things, like running outside the pocket and just throwing the ball off his back foot and it's a hot dot. Things of that nature. It really gets crazy. It's really wild and savage, with the way that situation goes. But the abilities have changed Madden, and we have to understand that when these cards have the abilities, even though it looks ridiculous to us, that's what the game is designed to do. Now, regardless of any toning, tuning, whatever they do, it will not matter, okay? None of that will matter. Ultimately, what's going to happen is you are going to be dotted. If a guy gets out the pocket and he has Roman Deadeye or whatever kind of Deadeye he got, the dashing Deadeye, he's going to throw the ball accurately, not looking the way that he's throwing it, and one of his butt cheeks is going to be out, and he's going to be blind in both eyes, and it's going to be a dot. And that's just what it is, bro. And we have to understand that. So if that's something that you're looking to do, I would go get the other versions of Andrew Luck right now and use my power pass on him, if that's the value that you want. I will tell you this, Michael Vick is trash, and other than he's really fast, but I think that what happened is after they started to tune the game, they added warp tackles, they added a lot of different things. It made it like, it doesn't make any sense. Plus the animations for when the ball gets out with the receiver. From my experience with him, while I used him, he wasn't that good of a thrower. So that's going to cause problems. Andrew Luck has the proper thresholds. He has the proper things that will help you, because you can see those 90s, those work. Those are really good things. Those are going to definitely get you where you need to be if that was something you wanted to do. And I wanted to touch on the Redux, because these players, you're going to have the opportunity to be pulling them right now. So obviously, I don't think anybody would use it on Kamara. I don't think a Saints fan would use the power pass on Kamara, because what happens, like, he's not that fast, and I don't know why they made him so, like, he's really slow based on where everybody else is. So I wouldn't go with this card, but again, 504, on the flow. If that's what you guys want, that go for it, bro. Like, look, I'm not going to tell you if you're a Saints fan to not, get one of your players that you really like. I'm just going to let you know that in today's game right now, currently, it won't benefit you as much. That's all I can tell you. Calvin Johnson at free safety, you could probably pass on him. I've had him. Palomalu plays better, but Palomalu is also faster. You know, neither of them had the big, you know, well, Palomalu has the big hitter trait, but low hit power. Calvin gets the 85 hit power. He has caused fumbles for me. Le'Veon Bell, that's another thing about that. 87 speed, like nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you are doing it and you're a Steeler fan or a Jet fan, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But who's really out there doing that? Gronk, you serious? Like the numbers that he has are so bad, it doesn't even make any sense. Now, he's still Gronkowski, but it won't benefit you in the long term. I would, you know, probably go after Kittle or something and see how that works with the more intense speed. This is an absolute joke. So that, you know, that's just my opinion on that. Joe Thomas, he's a stud. You know what I'm saying? Like he's somebody that can go out there. He gets nasty streak. Many of you guys are going wild about it. I think the impact block has to be what, like 90 or something? Because some of you guys are asking about the threshold that goes into it, and I believe that's what you have to look for, right? With the impact block. Okay, no, that's, where is it at? Where is he? Okay, that's lead block. Where's the impact block? Oh, it must have been, lead block has to be 90. Lead, because I think that's what everybody else is lacking for my players, right? With the lead block. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, okay, so it has to be lead block. And we already have his power up or whatever, but so he gets like the nasty streak. Impact blocking, I think, doesn't really matter with this. I don't think that it matters. But what happens is, because he gets that, it's an automatic win with anybody that's in front of him. So depending on the type of game that you play, he might benefit you a lot. You know, if you run every snap, he may be the guy for you. But the lead block and the impact block, and he has both those things. So that may be something that you may come across that you may want in your life to just make sure you dominate everybody in front of you. You know, again, that's a 93 overall though. My bad. I know you guys are like, yo, Gmias a 93. I knew something was up, but that price is pretty good for that card though. Just to kind of give you some insight into it. But you can see the way my bank account is set up. I don't know if I want to go that route right now. And also Le'Veon Bell's a 93. So these other guys, just disregard them, because obviously we're talking about 91 and 92. But these guys are so trash at 93 overall. I'm like, yo, whatever. Let me just add them in. But these guys obviously disregard it. This guy right here, Kittle, like this is the right thing. Now we're on the right thing. Look, I know, like I keep telling you guys, I know it looks like he's taking one of the most vicious dumps ever in his photo, but this guy is a stud. Okay, now with my team, he can go to 90 speed. So he will be an absolute monster. And if they press just because they see a tight end, he will burn people deep. Okay, now when the animations take over and they let the CPU whatever, or the guy clicks on it and then the guy's falling backwards and he picks it, one-handed picks, all that stupidness, you can't stop that from happening. But he would be, you know, virtually unstoppable on your offense if you run heavy sets and put him in at tight end and you had the 49er chem and you had Sprinter and the John Madden coach. He would have 90 speed. He would be an absolute nightmare. Okay, because his run block is solid enough to be outside for him to hold it, and it's nothing that your opponent can do. Is that something that you want to do? Deion Sanders, I think he's one of the best. Like, bro, you guys were telling me, oh, bro, Deion Sanders, he can't really, you know, get off the block. No. He's Deion Sanders in any Madden, and he's going to do whatever he wants. And that's just pretty much what it is. He's really, really serious. Randy Moss, like I told you guys in the beginning, oh my God, bro, this guy's unbelievable. He's unbelievable, man. He does whatever he wants, and it's starting to get ridiculous. But again, the animations will let other players stay with him. Realistically, the only corners that could probably stay with him in this game right now is Denzel Ward, fully maxed out, and Deion Sanders. There are other corners that have, you know, decent speed, but they're not where he would be. Because my Randy Moss is 96 speed with 49er chem, John Madden coach, and Sprinter. So, you know, it all depends on what you guys want to do. But he's my number one choice if you don't already have him. He's just, because like his price can't change, because no matter what they do, you're going to still, you know, everybody won't be able to have him. So his price is going to still be hovering around the 1.8, 1.7s. You're not going to, unless somebody put him up for a crazy snipe, you're not, and it's a mistake, nobody's getting Randy Moss. Aaron Donald is another one. This guy, he's at 1.22. We'll get to him in a second. But Aaron Donald, we were just speaking about him. This guy right here is an outrageous card. And let me explain to you why he's an outrageous card. He can, when he gets powered up, you can see that he's going to get the wild finesse moves. Okay, so because he's going to have a 90 tier, he should be eligible once you power him up to get the, you know, finesse specialist. He gets finesse specialist. He's going to be able to get edge threat. This guy is going to be a nightmare. And if you put him in the right spots, you don't even need to power him up though, because my Aaron Donald plays insane and I don't power him up. But at the end of the day, he would be, if your defense is what you most pride yourself on and you're not really worried about the offensive side of the ball, or you're going to find other ways to get the other cards that I'm talking about, Aaron Donald is a great choice. This dude is unbelievable. Like, it's not even a question about it. He's outrageous. His numbers and his card is outrageous. And there is not one card that's doing anything with him, except for if you have Joe Thomas, on the edge with Nasty Streak, and that's who he's against, because the Nasty Streak is an automatic win. If you were to put that on your lineman, the issue is I would have to take off the abilities off Randy Moss and leave it on my running back and then just let, whatever, and see how it works. But I don't know if I want to do that because Randy Moss plays outrageous with his abilities, but we have to wait to see how that works out. But that's the only way I would use Joe Thomas. If you were going to buy him, I would only use him, with the proper stuff. I wouldn't just, not have Nasty Streak on him. I would definitely have to have that on him. And then Julius Peppers now, right? This card is really, really good also because he can go, right now he's going to go 85 plus the 3. So he's going to be at an 88 speed with John Madden coaching sprinter once he's powered up, right? So with the way that is, that could be a very, very huge factor off the side because he has finesse specialist. For me, I only have edge threat and power specialist on my Vaughn and my Lawrence Taylor right now. So he could actually be really, really good for you guys if that's something that you were looking to do. But at the same time, are you willing to waste it if you don't have Randy Moss? See, that's what you see what I'm saying? Like, Randy Moss makes it so that people can't really press you unless they're psychopaths and they just want you to, burn them deep. They really can't press you with Randy out there. So Randy can be used as a decoy in many cases, especially when you chem him up the way that I have him. He'll be super fast. They have to make a decision. But this card is really, really good right now. Once Vaughn and LT, which is probably going to get upgrades during the harvest, get their upgrades, he won't mean as much because you'll be able to get finesse specialists. I think Von Miller is pretty close to it. So they're going to probably have to make it so he gets it if he gets a new card during the harvest promo. So these are just some of the things that, and there's so many other ones, but these are my main ones. And the reason that I went to Series Redux is because you can actually pull these top cards now, and it doesn't have to be the MUT 10 cards. But these are my top picks with, Randy Moss, Aaron Donald, Kittle, and Peppers. Deion Sanders, he's up there too, but these guys are game changers. These guys are really, really you know what I'm saying? Kittle is a game changer, dog, because especially with the way the run game is right now, you will really, really aggravate somebody putting him at wide receiver and just running around like an idiot. Because when he gets to that 90 speed threshold, let's face it, guys, it's not much. If a guy is killing you with the run, you gotta blitz everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in zones, they'll just, pancake everybody up down the field. You gotta run blitz. You start run blitzing with this guy on the outside, 90 speed compared to a lot of these corners, 6'4". Like I said, with the regards to the animations that you're gonna get in certain cases where a 4-foot guy's gonna pick you off, for the most part, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna have many issues. So that's where I would go with it. If you have any other suggestions or you want to add to the conversation, feel free to go ahead and drop it in the chat. Let us know what's going on. I'll be definitely taking a look at the comments for this to kind of see where you guys' heads are at with the 91 and 92. And that's pretty much it for me right now. I want to thank all of you guys for watching, all the tremendous support, and I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.